This is John Zvinos with Theta Oilfield Services. I am very happy to announce the availability of a new software program today called XROD. But before we talk about XROD, I would like to first give you a short introduction and talk about why we developed XROD. What we see in the oil industry these days is that most companies are trying to do more with less people. They hire new engineers that have very little rod pumping experience. Older people with more experience in rod pumping are retiring, and this expertise is leaving with them. Also, there is more and more a need to minimize the time spent on tasks because everybody has to do so many tasks. And also, we see a trend in the expansion of automation, such as the Xbox software and other time-saving technologies that will allow people to do more for their time. In other words, to improve productivity. Now, when we talk about rod pumping system design software, what are we looking for? Well, we need to have an accurate way of predicting system production rate, system efficiency, calculate the rod, gearbox, and structure loading, take a look if there is any compression at the bottom of the smallest diameter section in the rod string to evaluate, in other words, whether we need single bars or not, the motor size that we need, and also we would like the program to allow us to easily make what-if runs to evaluate different combinations of pumping speed, pumping unit, plunger size, and so forth. Also, it would be nice if a design program can be used to calculate rostering costs, monthly electricity bill, etc., so that designs can be compared based on economics and not just loads. So with that in mind, let's take a look at the evolution of the different design methods in the last century. First, let's talk about the Mills method, which first came out in the early 40s. It was a very simple method that it was easy to use, but it was not very accurate. And that's why the industry came up with the API RP11L after many years of research. This came out in the 50s, and it was a considerable improvement over the Mills method, but because of its limitations, it has become obsolete, and very few people actually are using this method these days. The next evolution in this process was the wave equation, which was one of the most significant improvements because it allowed us for the first time to simulate the rostering very, very accurately and to come up with a method that can be applied not only to steel rods but also fiberglass and any other material. The wave equation was very accurate, but it was also very difficult to use, and that's why when the RODSTAR program was released early 1990, it was a revolutionary program because it allowed the user to enter their target production, and then it can automatically calculate the pumping speed required, the plunger size to get the target production, and also you had the ability to design rod strings, either steel rod strings or combination of fiberglass and steel automatically, but the user of course still had to specify the manufacturer of the rods and also the diameter limits he wanted to use, and also the program would recommend a pumping unit size, but it was up to the user to pick that size or not. The RODSTAR program made designing of rod pumping systems very easy, but the new program that we are introducing today makes design much easier still, and the name of this program is XROD. XROD is the first artificial intelligence design program on the market, and as we will see, XROD makes the process of designing rod pumping systems as easy as it can possibly be, and also anybody can use XROD regardless of expertise to come up with a pretty much perfect design. Now, the XROD program